This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
From the gun on third down, Sangapovatelli.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. JKS. Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He wants to change this route. Sangapovatelli from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
What we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A high kick trying to pen them deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The official stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done.
Snagged it, and there's running room. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Nice cut, nice timing between quarterback and wide receiver. That out route has to be pushed towards the sideline. The sideline's your friend. You don't want to miss short where the DB can make a play. Great throw, great catch.
Time time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. One final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. He goes right back to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it.
Yeah, it's really actually more than a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. Jaron Kiave Sangapolatelli. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's off.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Look out, he's got room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Quick completion on the out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Stanford wants to push the pace. Run in the red zone. It's Ford. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sangapolatelli throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Golden Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. JKS. They're setting up the screen. Makes the grab in their space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st down and 10. Makes the grab. It's Perry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Again, it's Sangapolatelli. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sangapolatelli. This time on target. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Finds space on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Looking to throw. Here's a hit. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? Jaron Chiave Songapolatelli fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Trying to pound it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The run inside. It's Ford. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bringing the heat. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 5 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Scarlet Knights coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Firing to the right, complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds under 46.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Here comes the heat. Got his man to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Cal! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Who can be the most physical team? That's what I love about this offense. Back-to-back plays, make no bones about it. They trusted their offensive line. They're going to run the football, and the defense couldn't answer.
That's what I like the best about that play call, David, is just the patience, right? You're going to stick to the run. Yeah, you got stopped earlier, but you're trusting this offensive line to get the push necessary, and your running back to find a tiny crease to get into the end zone. So being physical down here at this area of the field, so important. Nice play call as well to stick with it.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's 4. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Ford. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Wide open downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Songa Povatelli. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop it.
Runs through a man. He might have space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Golden Bears want to move quickly. play action with Sangapolatelli. Gets it to the back. There's a crease. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And he finds his guy again on the outside. I tell you what, man, like just that's the matchup down here in this part of the field. You find your guy that you trust and you get him the football. He does the rest. I tell you what, I thought he was going to score for a second and get in, but now set up with this offense. First and goal in a great situation.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside. It's Ford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Snagged in the middle. It's Ford. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Going for it all. Got it down the field.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Unloads to the wideout, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Got enough space. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. That's caught. It's Perry. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. Touchdown, Cal. They move on top here in the 4th. The Golden Bears with an answer.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. Takes the field ready to attack. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival. And that's exactly what we've got working here. Got his man downfield. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Working on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Makes a catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that 1st half. Whatever adjustments they made in the 2nd half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Just a little off. Incomplete. to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. JKS. Quickly complete. Ripping through the defense. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Sangapolatelli on the play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Again, it's Sangapolatelli. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Throwing, Sangapolatelli takes a hit as he fires. Finds his man open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Golden Bears with an answer.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
It's caught. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things.
Intercepted for the 11th time. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game. Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. He leaves it with his back. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The official says no good, and the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The game is over. Band is not on the field, and it is the sturdy Golden Bears who will come home with the coveted axe after beating Stanford. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.